Black Widow's prequel movie is almost here, but one question that fans still have is whether Captain America will be involved. It would make sense, right? We know the movie takes place between Civil War and Infinity War, and in the latter film we see Natasha teamed up with Cap in his Secret Avengers. So does this mean that we're heading for an end scene featuring a Steve Rogers reunion? Based on the plot of the movie, it's possible. Today's video is all about how Captain America can play a role in Black Widow's prequel movie. So let's get into it right now. So much happened in Civil War that it's easy to forget Black Widow's story. The hero went back and forth between Captain America and Iron Man on who to support during the whole Sokovia Accords debacle, but ultimately sided with Steve. It was tough because Natasha really believed in the Avengers and had to watch as the team was tearing itself apart. She helped Tony track Steve to the Germany airport so the two could talk things out, but things quickly turned to a full-on fight, which was awesome for the audience, but not so much the characters. After she helps Steve escape, Tony tells her to run, and just like that, Black Widow is out on her own. So that definitely shapes Black Widow's current headspace for her prequel movie, which again is set after Civil War and before Infinity War. We know that Captain America goes underground with Falcon and Scarlet Witch to become the Secret Avengers, and we know that Cap grows an awesome beard. But we don't know how Black Widow and Captain America are reunited. Thanks to the events of Civil War, Nat seems done with the idea of a team and the whole concept of family. She's happy to be on her own, doing her own thing. But we know that changes. We know that Black Widow goes back to Steve Rogers in order to rejoin the team, and more likely than not, we'll see why in the Black Widow movie. From what we know, Natasha reunites with her estranged family in her movie, which includes her quasi-sister Yelena and the washed-up Red Guardian, who back in his prime was the Russian version of Captain America. It's these interactions that are going to remind Black Widow the importance of family and cause her to pick up the phone to call Steve at the end to rejoin his mission. And that's why a Steve Rogers cameo is so important here. Sure, the movie could end with suggesting that Black Widow will go out and find Steve to join him, but it's way more powerful to have this reunion scene actually take place. Black Widow will spend her movie reconnecting with her old family, so it's important that we actually see on screen her reconnecting with her new Avengers family. Having her meet up with Steve Rogers in person provides the perfect ending to the movie Black Widow is trying to tell, and it would feel less complete if we don't see it. Heck, even if it's just a voice on the phone, that would be enough. Imagine this, she calls an unknown person at the end saying she's ready to rejoin, and then there's a pause, and then we hear Steve Rogers' voice telling her they should meet up? Perfect ending. But let's be honest here. There's a lot more that goes into a Captain America cameo than meets the eye, and there's an equal chance that Cap won't appear at all in this movie. And it's not hard to make the case against it. For one, this is Black Widow's movie. Fans have been clamoring for a solo film for the character since she first debuted, so maybe it's wiser to keep the focus solely on her for the time being.
We got this. It's good. Go.
A sudden appearance by Captain America, even at the very end, will shift the focus of the movie to Cap, which wouldn't necessarily be a good thing. Plus, it might hurt Cap's ending in the MCU a little bit. Right now, the last shot we see of Steve is dancing in the past with Peggy Carter, and that's a perfect ending for the character. Years from now, do we really want to think back to Steve's last appearance in the MCU and think of a quick cameo in Black Widow? Or do we want to remember his final scene as the one that ended his overall character arc? Because you don't necessarily need Captain America for Nat to successfully return to the Avengers. Maybe if the MCU wanted, they could have Black Widow meet up with another member of the Secret Avengers. Both Sam and Wanda are teamed up with Cap, and both of them have bright futures in the MCU. So maybe it would be wiser to have Black Widow reconnect with one of them to end the movie. It's still a way to tie in the theme of Natasha reconnecting with family, but does so without the risk of overshadowing her own journey or ruining Captain America's perfect ending. I could see it going either way in terms of a Captain America appearance, though overall, I think it's better if we do have that cameo. Steve and Natasha have one of the best relationships in the MCU. It was great to see them grow closer with one another in Captain America the Winter Soldier, and they clearly mean a lot to each other. Cap is a super important figure in Black Widow's life, so it would make sense to have him involved in some way in her prequel movie. Come on, MCU, don't let us down. We hope you paid Chris Evans all the money he wants to make this happen. And there's another reason Cap should be included, and that's because of Red Guardian. From the trailers and other info, we know Red Guardian's supposed to be the Russian version of Captain America, and I'm sure Nat will notice some similarities between him and Steve. Now, this is just speculation, but doesn't Red Guardian seem like the type of character to not survive at the end? He's the washed-up comic relief modeled after Captain America, who will have his big moment to save the day, sacrificing his life in the process. His possible death might spur Black Widow to reunite with her own version of Cap, and if such a moment takes place, it's important for Steve Steve to actually appear on screen. It would show how the legacy of Captain America lives on. All this shows why we need Captain America in this movie. What do you think? You think we're in for a surprise Cap appearance by the end of Black Widow? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, or else I heard Thanos might come back. Just saying. Thanks for watching Screen Rant. See you next time.